I think my sense is, without having done the research, if you went back and looked at where the so-called mock drafts were in the middle of May and then compared them to where they end up, there's a lot of fluidity to it. And I expect there'll be some fluidity to it this year. But I haven't been studying it by any sense. It's just too early. You'd be surprised at how early it is. I mean, it's really early.
Are you going to draft for need, or are you going to draft the best player? Because you drafted 2 point guards. Suppose Irvin drops to you. Do you?
Don't know. I'm not supposed to know tonight. It's too early to know.
Now, what do you think the needs are?
We need to take what is now, I think we have a lot of young players, some of whom I think will be pretty fine players, but it needs to now be kind of put together, so to speak. And so I think we need to make some adjustments, but I don't think we need to make some huge fundamental changes. I think we need to be patient, continue to be patient, and let the young players develop, much as the Oklahoma City and Memphis franchises have done over the last couple of years. But I think that it's important for us to reevaluate everything and make certain that we can put this group together.
Are you drafting with Rubio in mind as part of your team next season?
We took Ricky 2 years ago with the understanding that he wouldn't be available to come right away, but that he would be able to come someday. And so always, and I said this to somebody earlier tonight, Mark, it's almost like we anticipate him being on the team in the future just as we do on all the other players on our roster. So certainly it's part of the mindset, yes.
What's it like standing there when there's only 2 of you left? And I mean, obviously you hear Minnesota number 2. I mean, is that...
Well, it's funny because I didn't hear Minnesota 2. I think what must have happened is I didn't turn my head. I think what must have happened is Adam must have pulled it out, and I heard the whoop from the Cleveland people before I heard anything. And then so I said, okay, we didn't get it. But I also felt very strongly that once the 14-year-old hit the dais with us, we were dead. We were just dead. There was no way. This league has a habit, I'm just going to say a habit, of producing some pretty incredible storylines. Last year it was Abe Poland's widow, and this year it's a 14-year-old boy who I only had one thing in common: we've both been bar mitzvah. And so we were done. I told Kevin, we're toast. This is not happening for us. And I was right about that. We were done. As soon as the 14-year-old came up there, it was lights out.
You guys were hitting it off pretty well during, the commercial before all that. Are you guys still on good terms?
I hope so, but I don't have anything against him. I would think he certainly doesn't have anything against me. He beat me tonight. He took all of us down.
Then it's just concluded.